Good afternoon, team. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day here in Dallas, Texas, sunny and gorgeous, and just makes me so happy. So I know I am not alone. There are happy people out there, and it makes that a beautiful day to book trunk shows. I know we have got a lot of new stylists on our team, and I'm so excited to have you. This is our weekly lunch and learn that we do on Wednesdays, where I offer a training topic. Let me turn off my email. I offer a training topic that is simple and useful to each and every one of us, whether you are brand new or you are years in this business. This is something that we all deal with. There is typically something we all deal with. So today I'm excited to do this and share about overcoming objections. So I want to give it a minute or so for us to have some other stylists join us. And if you join us and you're here, if you will just write down there in the comments that you're here so I can say hi to you and know that we are actually live and the technology is working. But the reason why I wanted to overcome objections today, or talk about overcoming objections, is because so often we do get objections. It's normal in life. It's normal in booking trunk shows. It's normal in sponsoring stylists or talking to them about the opportunity. It's very normal. But I found this quote, which I've heard before, and so I wanted to read it. An objection is not a rejection. It's simply a request for more information. And that is absolutely the truth. When we hear objections, it is somebody saying, tell me more. It's somebody saying, I'm nervous about this certain thing. I'm not confident. Tell me more so that I can gain the confidence to say yes if that's what I want to do. Because a lot of times that objection is really what's holding them back. It's that one little thing that's making them think, I'm afraid to do that. I don't know if it's going to be successful. Number one reason people say no or have objections is they don't want to disappoint us. Nobody likes to be in that environment where you feel like, oh my God, this was a waste of her time. So that's what they're concerned about. So they just throw out the first thing that comes to their mind. And it's just up to us to have the courage to, what I like to say is, push down that barrier, push down that objection, and give them the real reality, and hopefully be able to convince them to give it a try if it sounds like it's for them. So I thought what I would do is go through a few of the most common objections, especially if you're new. You have to kind of learn how to overcome these objections. I know when I was a new stylist, I did not know how to overcome objections, and it was a little scary for me to think somebody was going to throw one out. But now it's kind of second nature to know that honestly, probably 90% of people will throw out some sort of objection that they just need me to give them the confidence in. So I thought what I'd do is go through some of the most common. And I pulled, and I printed this out, but I pulled this from our fabulous new stylist workbook. Oh, I don't have one here. That I love. All new stylists are getting them in their starter kit. And if you have, if you're not new and you want to order one, you can through Business Supplies, and you can now use those lovely all-purpose credits that we're earning. 4% of what we sell over $500 a month. Once you hit 500, 4%, you start earning from all your sales that month. You can get all-purpose credits and order things like the new stylist workbook, but it's fabulous. So anyway, I took this off of page 19 because it is truly the most common objections that I hear. So let's start from the first one. First one that I hear is, oh my God, I'm too busy. Okay, and that's normal. We're all very busy, and I'm sure there's busier times than others. But that is the most common objection that I get. And the thing that Stella Dot has taught me to use is the feel, felt, found method in overcoming objections. So what I mean by that is I'll say, oh my God, I totally know how you feel. I feel totally overwhelmed too. But what I felt that way too. Wait, feel, felt, found. Totally know how you feel. I felt that way too. But what I found is blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I totally know how you feel. I felt that way too. But what I found is blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to use that method. So if somebody tells me, Christy, oh my gosh, I'm just so busy, I'll say, oh my God, tell me how you feel. Well, that's crazy. I've felt that way too lately. But what I found is that it's busy people that actually need a little you time. They need some girlfriend time. And it's truly just 90 minutes of getting some girls together. And probably if you're busy, it's kind of why I reached out to you. You've got a lot of contacts. So it could be fun to pull some people together quickly, 90 minutes, some wine, brownie bites, have a little, style session, get you some freebies so that you can be wearing those to work or wearing those as you're running around town. What do you think? If we're able to find like a 90-minute window, would that work for you? And kind of leave it at that. Okay, I'll read to you what they say in the little guide. I know how you feel. I've felt that way too. Who isn't busy right now? But what I've found is when we're busy, we don't see our girlfriends enough. And I bet your friends feel the same way. They're ready to get out of their mess and come to your mess. You can multitask and get some style made simple when you're socializing. So I bet we can find a day with just a 90-minute, 2-hour time slot that works. That'll be perfect. Okay, so you just offer, because if she can see that you can understand how she's busy, you won't be putting a lot of requirements on her or requests, then maybe she'll go, you know what, you're right, I do need some downtime. And you know how simple it is to throw a trunk show. If she's never been to one, she may think she's got to cater a spread from, XYZ Mexican food restaurant. And that's not the case. It's literally a plate of brownie bites, bowl of M&Ms, coffee, wine, iced tea, whatever you want to do, but very, very simple. So, and this is a perfect time for me to mention, when I'm doing my hostess coaching, what I will do is I encourage every hostess to keep the food and beverages very simple. And that is the case with you as well. If you are watching this and you're launching your business, when you do your own launch, you need to keep the food and beverages uber simple, because people will replicate what you do. And if it looks like you spent a bunch of time or a bunch of money, they're not going to want to do it. So the simpler it looks, the better. And here's a funny psychology. The more there is to eat at a trunk show, the less we will sell. I learned that from Danielle Rudner, and I could not agree more. Our human nature is drawn to food, and so we're going to go there first, and we're going to use our time doing that versus playing with the jewelry. So I would joke with hostesses sometimes, and I'll say, if you're holding a plate, or if they're holding a plate, they're not holding jewelry. So we don't want to serve anything with the plate. Needs a plate. So those are just a couple little side note tips that I do suggest when it comes to booking trunk shows from trunk shows, is you want your hostess's show to look very simple. So that when you do throw out that, oh my God, I totally should come and do this for you and your friends, and she says, oh my God, I'm so busy. I can say, look how simple this was for her. She literally put out a plate of cheese and brownie bites, pick a 90-minute window. It's an excuse. You don't have to plan a big fiesta. It's just, this is an excuse. The jewelry is our excuse. And you're going to get some freebies. It would be so fun if we can find just a 90-minute window. What do you think? Okay, so that's probably my number one concern. Okay, if you were in California and you think sodas are awful, just close your eyes right now. I don't drink them often, but I needed some caffeine. Okay. Second objection is, I don't know who to invite. Okay, so I will say, totally know how you feel. I felt that way too when I did my first show. But what I have found is we kind of just look at the different groups that maybe, and then you kind of specify it to her. I know you go to the gym, and I know you've got some neighbors, and I know your kids are involved in soccer. You can invite a few from this group, a few from this group, of course, a couple of your best friends. But we'll invite several, because I'll talk to you in different groups, and we'll come up with a great list. So if we can come up with a great list, would you be interested? And just see what she says. Because maybe in her mind, she's not thinking about inviting people from work. Maybe she's not thinking about including people from her wine club or her book club or the PTA or church. So by you throwing out those different categories specific to her, if you know her, or keep them real general and get her thinking, she'll realize, oh, I do know more than I thought I know. And the thing is about inviting and helping people think about who to invite. We always aim for 40. All right, that is so key. If you're new, I cannot stress that enough, because you're going to get about a fourth of the people there. So this is a side note. This is not what I tell her. I'm telling you guys. But I really encourage many different groups. They're not always going to be your A-listers. And it's so funny to hear it talked about like this. But your A-listers are your buddies. They're maybe the girls who you're going to have lunch with on their birthdays, okay? But it's the B-listers, which we don't tell them they're B-listers, but it's the B-listers that actually will end up making the majority of the trunk shows. All right. Because they're the ones that are like, oh my God, that's so sweet. Christy invited me. Or, oh my God, that jewelry looks awesome. I want to go see that. I don't know her that well, but that is so cute. I want to go see that. So it's so important to really help them think about different groups that they know, because they don't know who is going to be that one person that comes from work that spends $200. All right. So that's how I handle that. I wouldn't know how to invite. Okay. Does that sound good? Any questions? Yay. I see Amy's here, and Erica and Lauren and Heather. Okay. What if people can't make it? Okay. Totally know how you feel. I was totally worried about that myself. What I have found though is that we'll invite enough people that there's always going to be people that are going to be able to come. Of course, there's going to be people that can't come, because that's normal, but we'll invite enough and there'll be a good group that are able to come. I have no doubt. So let me help you think of those groups of people we can invite. If we were able to find enough, would you be willing? Okay, that's it. Simple. All right. Again, New Stylist Guide, page 19. It's all in here. Okay, I'm not sure I want to ask my friends to spend money. I have had, I just don't know if I feel comfortable having people come over to my house to spend money. So what I will say is, I totally know how you feel. I've felt that way. I was concerned about that too. But what I have found is, we invite enough people, there's going to be those that love fashion that want to come because they want to see the fashion, or they love you and they want to come see you. Let's not worry about that. You know how my style is. I'm very low key. Jewelry sells itself. I just like to share, tips and so forth. Those that want to purchase can. Those that want to come can. But we'll think about enough people, and those that are willing and interested will come. And if they're not, who cares? We'll have fun anyway. So if we're able to come up with a good list, do you feel like you'd be interested? Let's see what she says. Again, it's making her realize, okay, I'm not going to disappoint Christy if some of my friends don't want to buy. I'm not going to disappoint Christy if, I don't have this, 20 people banging down the door to come shop jewelry. It's just letting her know, because her number one concern, like I said at the beginning, is disappointing me. I want her to be completely comfortable. Okay. What if some of my friends have recently been invited to another trunk show? Okay. Yay is what I say. Well, actually, I'll go, totally know your concern. I felt that way too. Like, are they going to be shopped out? But the reality is that I'm so excited they've gotten introduced to Stella Dot, because what happens at a trunk show, and you probably felt this way, you're here shopping tonight, is there's so much more that you want. So by the time we plan your trunk show, everybody's going to have a different budget. So those that have been to one can come to yours and get those pieces they weren't able to get at the previous trunk show. But I guarantee you, because I have found 8 out of 10 of my trunk show guests have never been to a trunk show. So most will not have been, and there might be a few, and I'm thrilled, because that way they already know the line, and there's always pieces that they're going to want. And all stylists have different pieces. So, they're going to see some at my trunk show that they might not have seen at the other. So those are just little things that I will say that might sprinkle in and address her concern if people have been to another trunk show recently. Okay, so again, if that makes sense, if it doesn't make sense, please type in. Let's see. That was me. I was last minute invite to a show, almost 2 minutes. Okay, I love hearing that. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, Erica. Okay, if she's really saying no, no problem. Ask for referral. There are those gals that are like, oh my God, I'm just way too busy. And I might try to overcome the objection by saying, and I'll repeat this one because it's the most common, totally know how you feel. I felt that way too. In all reality, it's a quick little 90-minute style session. If you've been so busy, girl, you might deserve a little you time. Let's get you some freebies. If we can find a 90-minute window, would you be interested? We'll make it quick and simple and put some M&Ms out there and some peanuts and a bottle of wine. If we're able to find that window, would you be interested? And if she's like, seriously, we've got this project at work, Christy. I love Stella Dot. And I'll go, listen, girl, I love my shoppers. Do not worry. I can put you on a list to try you next season, or we can just, continue and helping you shop and style you, whatever you prefer. But I love my shoppers, so do not worry. And then I just kind of wait for her to respond. I want people to feel comfortable telling me no. I'm going to give them an out, letting them know, I love my shoppers. Trust me. I'm always willing to do a show and meet new people, but girl, I'm going to keep you styled. So do not worry, you busy person. So anyway, those are the most common objections that we encounter. If you encounter one that you don't know how to respond to, please type it in. Even if you listen to this at a later date, type it in, tag me, and I'm happy to answer, or one of our other fabulous stylists can answer how she responds, and help us all get through these objections. I think the main point I want to make today is objections are not a no. Objections are a tell me more. They are there because people are 100% most concerned, or 99% concerned they're going to disappoint you. And so they just need our help pushing us or pushing them over the edge to understand she's my partner in this, she gets it, and there's no pressure on me. So overcome those objections with confidence, with the feel, felt, found. I felt that way. I've totally know how you feel. I felt that way too. What I've actually found is blah, blah, blah. And they will see that you relate to them and you get it, and that there's no pressure on them, and that they will not disappoint, because they won't. So I want to mention, Erica said a really fun thing here. Thank you, Erica. That was me. I was a last minute invite to a show about 3 years ago. So this is a funny thing. And Stephanie Craddock, I hope you're getting to listen to this. Marie is she's Marie's sponsor who's on here. But Stephanie is doing a relaunch. Like, she's going to do a second launch because she still wants to hit that $1,000 goal. She hasn't gotten her next show booked yet. It's after her 30-day period. And I'm like, let's just do a relaunch. Let's include more people. I guarantee you there's more people that, we could think of. And nobody will know that they weren't invited to the first one. But I had a hostess for tomorrow night. And she, last week I spoke to her and I told her, look, we've done the official invite and so forth, but if you think of any more people between, now and then, who cares? Let's add them to the list. We can pop them an invite into our system, because they don't know and it doesn't matter. It's a shopping event. And it may be your next Erica Brown, who was a last minute invite and ended up having an amazing career with Stella Dot. So she could be your next stylist or your biggest purchaser. Who knows? But keep the invites flowing, and don't and encourage your hostess not to feel as though it has to be their besties. It could be the neighbor down the street. Neighbors are nosy. Neighbors like to see each other's houses because they're staring at them all the time. And not that they're like bad people. I'm nosy. I want to see my neighbors' houses. But they're the ones that makes it easy to just pop over. So I always tell new stylists or hostesses to put paper invites in your neighbors' mailboxes or drop them on their porches, because, hey, they just might pop over for 15 minutes for a glass of wine or a cup of coffee and do some shopping. So I hope this has been helpful. Let's see. Heather is asking, how do you convince them they don't want to have an online show rather than in person? Well, this is a very interesting phenomenon, because I personally don't have many people even ask me for an online trunk show. I don't even offer it as an option. I personally don't do many online trunk shows because I don't love them, and I can't believe I'm saying that out loud, but I love the people connection. So I don't think that the people I'm talking to even realize that that is an option, because I'm not mentioning it. Not to say that you are, Heather. I have no idea. But I will typically just focus on the in-home trunk show, and I focus on a theme. If somebody does ask me, I don't think I can, but I would like to do an online show. And in fact, Amanda Pospisil, who is a new stylist, and Amanda, you might be on here right now, that's what she said to me. And she can tell you what I said. I was like, oh my God, we could totally do that, but I'll be really honest with you. They're not as successful because it's an emotional thing. People want to get behind it and touch it and feel it and get compliments from each other. It's just much more fun and casual and social. So we have way better results in person than we do online. So, if we could find a 90-minute window to make it really quick and simple, I say we do it, because you'll have a lot more freebies that you get to enjoy versus online. So what do you think? If at that point she is like, I totally can't, or she's out of town, then I might say, you know what, let's give it a shot. We can give it a shot. If at the end you think, you know what, let's do one in person, we can add it on to your online show. So you can always leave that option open. So I hope that helps. Heather, please let me know if it doesn't. Oh, good. Amanda's joining in. And I think she would agree. We had a great, I think her show, I can't remember, 4 or 5 orders for her show, which I think is phenomenal for an online trunk show. But what it did for Amanda is she got the bag and she decided to become a stylist. So I'm super thrilled we did that show together, Amanda. Okay, good. Heather, good deal. All right. Well, I hope this has been helpful. Please go forward with confidence, overcoming those objections, because people just need our confidence in them, that they're normal for the way they feel, because you felt that way too, but here's what you've actually found, and you're partnering with them to make it a huge success. So keep doing your reach outs. Keep using those themes, you guys. I'm hearing great results from the themes. King cakes and cocktails, king cakes and cupcakes, king cakes and coffee for that February 28th, that Tuesday date, or really any time between the 26th and 28th, or first week of March. It's Mardi Gras. What a cute, fun, I mean, go to Kroger, cut up king cake and serve coffee. How cute is that? Oscar party. Anybody would love to do that last minute. I mean, it's still another, 10 days away? Oh my God, I would love to invite my girlfriends over to watch the Oscars. So throw out that theme, and you can shop jewelry during the commercial breaks. I love that. What about, what was the other one? Oh, February 22nd, next Wednesday, in a week. Would you be willing to invite your friends over for margaritas in a week? Heck yes, not a big deal. So you could do that. Fashion Fiesta or margaritas and must-haves in a week. Themes get people excited. Right now, people are needing reasons. We all want reasons to get together, and themes kind of put that little umph behind, yeah, that sounds cute. So anyway, use the themes, reach out, make it happen. Love you guys. Bye.